Yeah. I've heard it said that if you make a list of reasons to live and reasons to die, you have a problem and probably should seek counseling. This is my 22nd consecutive day of making my list. That's probably not a good sign.
Hi. You're almost ready for you. The last song just started.
Okay, great.
Lord, we just come before you today and ask your blessings on the service, Lord, and that you quiet our hearts to hear the message that Pastor Sean has for us today. We thank you for the opportunity to come and worship together with our brothers and sisters, Lord, and we just thank you for this beautiful day. Amen. You all ready?
As always.
You sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, see you in a little bit.
I'm standing here in front of all these people as they wait for me to say something that will give them a little hope in their lives. How can you give something to someone that you yourself don't possess? How does the hopeless share hope? I can see them staring straight through me like I'm not even here. What would they think if they really knew me? What would they think if the man standing before them preaching doesn't believe a word he says? What would they think if they knew that their pastor doesn't even believe that God exists? So at some point, are we going to do some talking here?
What would you like to talk about?
I don't know, Doc. I saw some clouds moving in from the west. How about we talk about the weather?
That's what you'd like to talk about.
I wasn't being serious.
Wow, there's something that's not new.
You know what, Jennifer? You ripping on me today is not going to be productive.
So would you say that your main issues are to do with communication?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
So, Doctor, are you going to be helping Jen and I through our problems?
Well, I feel that the best place for us to start would be with these communication issues.
It's not like that's the only issues that we have.
And what other issues would you like to discuss?
Let's talk about Jen running out on our marriage.
Me? You've got to be kidding. Are you serious?
Oh, I'm being very serious to you today.
Now see, this is good productive communication.
You know, I'm not the one that gave up. Please. You know, you disengaged years ago.
I think you know how hard it's been for me this year. You know, dealing with my dad's death, trying to be the pastor of a church.
No, Sean, you don't get to do that. You don't get to blame other people and other events. And especially your dad's death. You know, even more vile is that Sean never talked to his dad when he was alive. You're using that as some sort of crutch?
Did you ever think for a minute that the reason why I pushed away was because I was tired of chasing you? And Sean needed Jennifer just to...
Give me a break. I am so beyond letting you use this guilt trip over my life. No one wants me. Nobody likes me. My wife doesn't even want me anymore. Are you kidding? You know, Sean, you told me for so long that I didn't love you, and finally I just believed you. I didn't want this to happen. I never wanted this to happen. My heart broke to see your life sink deeper and deeper into despair. Do you know how many nights I spent laying there awake, wondering what I could do better?
How can you
to
explain
help
something
you
to
get
someone
out of
when
that
you
funk?
don't even really know what it is wrong yourself?
What did I do wrong?
When your world is falling apart all around you,
But you know what? I
How do you pick the one thing that everything hinges on? My life is literally a house of cards that's falling down all around me. And when you reach out to grab one, it just crumbles away.
Where are you hiding?
I told you that would defeat the purpose of hiding, man.
Seriously, I don't know how many hours a day you spend playing this game. There's just no way one person is this good.
Guess it's kind of one of the benefits of not having a real job.
Let's move right past what you mean by that and move on.
Probably the best course of action.
So how'd the counseling with Jen go?
I don't know. Pretty much as I expected. I still think this whole thing's gonna blow over now.
Really?
Yeah.
It would obviously be best course of action, but blow over?
Yeah. I think she just needs her space. Sean needs to be on his best behavior, clean up some of the rough edges, and it'll blow over. Trust me.
Are you behind that tree?
Once again, if I told you, you're defeating the purpose of hiding.
You thought about what happens if she doesn't come back?
Nah, not really. Never thought it would get this far. I guess we're kind of like in uncharted territory right now.
I wish there was something I could do to help you.
You are helping me, buddy.
How's that?
It's a lot more fun beating you than beating this computer all day. Booyah! Game time.
I seriously can't see how this is any fun for you.
Man, this is the best fun I had in a long time. Wanna play again?
I have a family.
I guess I can't bogart you all the time now, huh?
If we play again, will that help out the greater good of mankind?
Temporarily.
Fine.
What's wrong?
Hey, what are you doing here?
I just came by to get some clothes. I was running out of church clothes.
Sean, you can't just show up at this house anytime you want to.
What are you talking about? I hollered at the door before I came in.
You know what, that's not the point. This is my house and you need to respect my privacy.
Wait a minute. The last time I checked, the deed on this house had Sean Pierce on it too. I'm sorry.
You know what, Sean? You moved out. We talked about all of this, remember?
I don't remember agreeing to any of this. I do remember us talking about saving our marriage, not running out on it.
I can't talk about this anymore. You know what? You need to get your stuff and leave, okay? We can talk about this another
I'm sick
time.
and tired of this. You always say that we can talk about it another time. Another time never comes. You trying to get rid of me or something?
Seriously.
You are trying to get rid of me, huh? I hate it when I'm right, man. Have fun with my wife, all right?
Sean.
Shut up. Good morning, everyone. I hope I don't throw anyone off this morning, but I kind of want to talk about something a little different. So if you would turn in your Bibles to Psalms 53, verse 1. And that scripture reads, "A fool says in his heart, there is no God." I repeat, a fool says in his heart, there is no God. Now I realize that most of you are probably concerned with where I'm going with this scripture. I think that obviously what David was saying here is that if a person doesn't believe in God's existence, they are a fool. But who here in this room would be willing to honestly say that at some point in time in their life, they have questioned the existence of God? Anyone? While it might represent a lack of faith, I think it is who we are by nature. To doubt someone or doubt something that remains to be unseen. Let's look at the Israelites in the desert. They were saved from Pharaoh. The Red Sea was parted. There was food that came down from the sky every day. And there was a pillar of fire that led them around. And they still had doubts as to God's existence. So if they have trouble believing, what makes you think that we could live our lives without question? You know, I understand that this may make you a little uncomfortable today, as this message is coming from the pulpit. But church, I'm actually wondering that if there was a God, if there were to be a God, would there be so many problems in the world today? If this is God's creation, don't you think that He would have created it in a perfect manner? If this is God's creation, why is there so much despair and destruction? I don't know how one simple act of innocence in a garden can lead to 1,000 years of death. If God really existed, then why did He abandon His creation and allow it to suffer? So I go back, church. I go back to Psalms 53, chapter 1. A fool says in his heart, there is no God. You know, I've lived the better part of my life by this. Never questioning, never compromising. I have given my life to God, and what do I have to show for it? Well, I'll tell you. I have my destruction. I have my despair. I've dealt with death. For a life of service to God, I stand before you broken. Broken at my wit's end, at the bottom of the barrel. That's how I come before you today. I have nothing. So I say unto you, my brethren and sisters, there is no God. I'm a fool. There is no God. There is no God.
Do you mind telling me what you're thinking?
What's going on?
Gee, I don't know. Anything you'd like to talk about?
Honestly, not really.
Really?
Look, Travis, it's been a rough day, man. Can we do this another time?
No, we can't do this another time. What just happened?
What do you mean?
Gee, I don't know. How about the fact that my pastor and my best friend just had a monumental meltdown at church?
Don't you think that's a bit of an overstatement, Travis?
Are you going to make jokes about everything? What were you thinking talking about the fact there's no God?
I was simply quoting scripture.
Oh, don't get cute with me. You know that's not what you were doing. What's going on in that head right now?
You know, I appreciate your concern, but I don't appreciate you treating me like a child, okay?
I'm not treating you like a child. I'm worried about you.
I'm fine. Just leave me alone. I need to be by myself for quite some time, okay?
You know what? You're not the easiest person to be friends with, okay? I get it. But things are tough. I get it. I truly do. But you know what? You're going to wake up one day and turn around. There's not going to be anybody there.
That's the way it is, whatever.
We need to discuss some serious issues with you.
Such as?
First and foremost is our concern with your ability to lead this church as head pastor.
Excuse me?
We're concerned about the congregation finding out about the situation between you and your wife.
Well, that situation is a private matter between Jennifer and I.
Well, not when it affects this church body, it isn't.
What we're here to do is to figure out where you are spiritually and mentally right now. This whole situation has taken a toll on you.
We are not here to sugarcoat it, Travis.
Make sure I understand this correctly. You guys called me in here to talk about my marriage, right? You know, that is a private matter between Jennifer and I would like to keep it that way.
Not anymore, it isn't. There are already whispers about it, and who knows how long it's going to stay quiet.
Not to mention, how are we going to explain the divorce to the congregation?
You know, even if it does go that far, this is not my fault. I mean, remember, she's the one who ran out on me. I'm the one trying to save my marriage here.
Look, it doesn't matter whose fault it is. What matters is that our church is going to have a pastor that's divorced, and that's just not going to settle well with a lot of people.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't realize the congregation was so sensitive.
We're not here to gang up on you.
We are here to ensure that this ministry is above reproach, and that the person who leads this ministry is above reproach.
What does that mean? Tell me exactly what I've done that wasn't above reproach. I've given my life to this ministry, and you're going to call me in here to persecute me? Are you serious?
Let's just calm down.
I am calm. This is nothing but a witch hunt.
Sean, your so-called personal issues are going to have serious ramifications for the spiritual security of the members of this church.
So you think that just because my marriage is failing, that people are going to stop believing in God, huh? Is that what you think? You know, why don't you go ahead and blame me for hunger in Africa as well?
I won't blame you for hunger in Africa, but I will blame you for falling away from God.
Excuse me?
Okay, everybody needs to relax, take a breath, and sit back down.
And you of all people.
Me?
This is how you treat your best friend, huh? My whole world is crumbling down around me. You drag me into this kangaroo court to run me out of my church.
This isn't about you and Jennifer anymore. This is about the gun and the list in your desk.
What are you doing in my desk?
That doesn't matter. The situation goes way beyond just a failing marriage.
What would we have done if you had actually gone through with it here, inside the church? Can you imagine the impact it would have had on the congregation, not to mention the field day that the press would have had?
Well, it's nice to know that if I had gone through with killing myself, your main concern would have been, oh gee, what does everyone think?
Sean, that's not what he meant.
All this going back and forth is getting us nowhere. It's time for you to take a leave of absence, indefinitely and effective immediately.
Fine. See you. Yo, Mikey Mike. What's up, man? Yeah, Sean. Hey, what you got going on? Yeah? I don't know, man. We haven't hung out in a while. I want to see if you want to go out tonight. Yeah. Wife got you on lockdown. All right, yeah, I understand, man. I don't want to cause any problems over there. Yeah, it's just this party tonight, and just gonna see what's gonna happen. You know, I need to get out of the house. All right, Dad. All right, man. All right, bye.
Nice party out there.
Yeah, it seems like it.
So why are you in here all by yourself?
I don't know, not much of a party person, I guess.
Yet you come to a party.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out myself.
Are you here with someone?
No, I'm here by myself, just holding up the wall here.
So, no wingman, not much of a party person. Why are you here?
I don't know. Bored, I guess. You know, tired of sitting at home watching reruns on Hulu. Figured I'd come to a party, stand by myself, and wait till someone came up and struck up a conversation.
Well, it looks like I found my party buddy for the night.
Oh boy, I haven't even had a drink. No, I'm serious. I'm a pastor. I was, until this morning.
I didn't think priests could drink and party like this.
Pastor, it's a difference, I told you.
No difference.
There's a difference. And I said past tense. Used to be.
You know you're drunk right now, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. At least I don't have to drive home. I can just crawl from here. You know, we should,
Sean? Sean? Great.
what are you doing here?
Making eggs. What does it look like? Don't like eggs?
Actually, no. What are you doing here?
Making breakfast. What does it look like?
Besides that, did you spend the night last night?
Yeah? What's your point?
Did we have extracurricular activities?
Excuse me? Do I look that desperate that my only opportunities are with really drunk guys who pass out and throw up on my shoes?
I threw up in your shoes last night? I don't remember that.
Yeah. I doubt you remember anything. So what's going on here? Do you have any real dishes or real food? I mean, do you even know how to buy milk or cereal or anything? How about food that's not expired? That at all? And this? Really?
I just moved in here. But what I really need to know is why you're in my home asking me all of these questions.
Okay, look. You passed out, okay? And I didn't want your death on my conscience. So I brought you home to make sure you were okay. Put you into bed. I slept on the couch. Nothing happened. And then I got up. I was hungry. Didn't want to wake you up. So I thought I'd just come into the kitchen, find something to eat, and yep, that pretty much brings us up to speed.
I guess so.
So, do you want to tell me why you were trying to drink yourself into a coma last night? You didn't really want to be forthcoming.
Nah, I'm not in the mood to talk about that right now, that's for sure. So, problem with me is about the theme of every blues song. Wife left me. My friend Travis betrayed me. And I lost my job.
Nobody stole your truck or ran over your dog?
Not yet.
And seriously, I mean, This drinking thing, is it a casual thing, or are you just trying to drive yourself off a cliff?
Maybe something like that.
Are you always this ambiguous?
What are you talking about?
You never answer a question directly. You're either vague or deflect. What are you so afraid of?
Afraid of what? What are you talking about?
And that too! Stop answering a question with another question.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna go throw up again.
Have fun!
Get out of my house!
Well, I can honestly say this has been interesting and surreal.
Glad I could make it memorable for you. Maybe we should do this again sometime.
The puking and passing out, or the nice conversation?
The nice conversation.
Yeah, just give me a call sometime. I mean, after all, we share a complex.
Yeah, we do.
Building, that is, not mental state.
Right.
Nice to meet you, Sean.
Hey, it's nice to meet you too, Serenity. Hey, give me a call, all right? Okay. All right. Take care.
What's up, handsome?
Hello?
At 2 Brute. What do you want, Travis?
What's going on here?
Do I need to remind you of what happened yesterday? Oh yeah, my best friend, you, stabbed me in my back and now you're here to throw more stones, right?
It wasn't like that.
Then tell me what it's like, Travis, so I can go back to my bathroom and puke some more.
Who are you, and what did you do with my best friend? This isn't you.
This is me. Maybe for the first time, I'm gonna quit hiding who I am, and I'm gonna live my life the way I wanna live it.
What's the deal with this girl?
What about her? What's your point?
Did you forget you're married?
Are you my father now? Huh? You wanna be my father?
Fine. You want to make jokes about this? Knock yourself out. I'm not going to sit around and watch you do it.
Don't let the door hit you. On your way out. Stop knocking! Stop knocking on the door.
Hey!
What are you doing?
Come on!
What time is it?
It's 5 a.m.
There's one of those in the morning too.
Yep.
You're crazy. What? I'm
What?
asleep.
Come on, I want to go do something. Go for a hike.
No, you are stalking me.
Well, maybe if you reciprocated the friendship, it wouldn't be stalking. You don't have a lot of friends, my friend cup isn't overflowing, so come on, let's go do something.
There's something seriously wrong with you. I'll go hiking with you, all right?
Okay.
Come on in. I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna change.
So, not much of a chatterbox when you're hiking, huh?
Sorry, my mind is somewhere else right now.
Feel like sharing, or do I get to play 20 questions?
It's a very long story.
Well, the good news is you have a captive audience.
This is the place where I met Christ. I can see that look on your face. I don't mean I met him here literally. This is the place I gave my life to God. You know, my dad used to bring me here every year to watch the fireworks show on the 4th of July. It's about the only good memory I have of my childhood. When my parents divorced, I just started running. This is where I wound up. pretty much at my wit's end. When I got here to the top, I cried out for God to help me. It was kind of strange considering my family never went to church growing up. And I didn't really know what it meant other than what I'd seen on TV. But at that moment, I felt comfort and peace. At that moment, I felt like someone actually loved me. After that, I pretty much just lived my life as a Christian. You know, this place is very special to me. It's like every milestone in my life is tied to this place. Man, I used to just come here for hours and just sit, read, you know, sometimes just watch the sun go down. This was my happy place.
You know, I don't mean to sound calloused or anything, but do you know how insane that all sounds?
What do you mean?
Listening to God? I mean, are we talking voices from the sky or something?
It's nothing like that. It's a little bit more subtle.
Are you sure it's not just your subconscious telling you things you want to hear to make yourself feel better?
I don't know what to believe. I can't believe I let you talk to me.
Oh, come on, this place is cool.
Yeah, we were 14.
I saw you there just the other day. You passed me by as I walked away. You didn't even say a word. And I noticed you didn't.
Thank you.
Enjoy your night.
What sizes can I get you guys?
I need a size 10, please.
Size 10? What about you?
I already have skates.
Oh, you do? Okay, let me go in back and get those 10s for you.
You know, I think we're the only people here that's old enough to vote. That includes the people that work here.
So, who cares?
I care.
Are you always so concerned about what everybody else thinks?
No, but this is different.
How is it different?
It just is, all right? I can't skip.
And here you go.
This is gonna be fun.
Enjoy your night.
Cause I've been there every time you've had your doubts. But you respond the same now. This time, hear me out. But you say, did-a-dum, did-a-dum, da-dum-dum, did-a-dum, did-a-dum, da-dum-dum. I'm doing alright. Yes, I'm did-a-dum, did-a-dum, da-dum-dum, did-a-dum, did-a-dum, da-dum-dum. I'm doing alright. I know, cause I've been there every time you've had your doubts. But you respond the same now. This time, hear me out. I know, cause I've been there every time you've had your doubts. But you respond the same now. This time, hear me out. But you say, did-a-dum, did-a-dum, da-dum-dum, did-a-dum, did-a-dum, da-dum-dum. I'm doing alright. Yes, I'm did-a-dum, did-a-dum, da-dum-dum, did-a-dum, did-a-dum, da-dum-dum. I'm doing alright. I'm did-a-dum, did-a-dum, da-dum-dum, did-a-dum, did-a-dum, da-dum-dum. I'm doing alright. Yes, I'm did-a-dum, did-a-dum, da-dum-dum, did-a-dum, did-a-dum, da-dum-dum. I'm doing alright. Yeah, yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. Yeah, yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm
Nah. It's just baggage slowing you down. Why hold on to it?
Man, I wish I could do that. Just let things go. You know, it seems like my whole life is a steady stream of regrets.
So, you never really talk about your dad. What's the story with him? Don't you have any good memories?
Funny you would mention that.
Why?
Well, because I don't have any good memories. You know, my dad never came to any of my ball games, never attended a school function. He was a decent man. He just didn't know how to be a good dad.
Wait, I don't get it. How can he be a decent man but not a good dad?
I don't know. He was just closed off emotionally. You know, I don't remember my dad ever hugging me. I don't remember my dad ever telling me that he loved me. He took good care of me. He brought me up right. But he just wasn't a good dad. Does that make any sense?
Completely.
So what about you, Miss Serenity? What family skeletons do you have hiding in your closet that makes you the person you are today?
Oh, what little do you know about me, sir? You know, maybe if this wasn't always the Sean show, you'd already know more about me. You wouldn't have to ask.
Wow, you make me sound so shallow.
You said it, not me. And by the way, no skeletons. Sorry. My parents were great parents. My mom stayed home. My dad ate breakfast with us every morning. Couldn't get more Norman Rockwell than my family.
Are they from around here?
No, they live in Florida.
You ever get back to Florida and visit?
I haven't seen or spoken to anyone in my family in over 15 years.
Why? What happened?
I was 16 and I just felt it was time to move on.
Now that's a skeleton.
I don't think so. I mean, you know, I realized that their path wasn't my path and I needed to find my own way in life. I don't regret that decision for 1 minute. So, Sean, what about you? What are your regrets?
Like I told you before, that list is long.
Well, what about in regards to your dad, since we're on that subject?
Sadly enough, that list is long as well.
I've got 20 minutes left on my machine.
All right. Well, I think my biggest regret is always thinking that there would be more time.
More time for what?
I don't know, more time for everything. You know, I don't blame my dad for not being there for me emotionally. And I understand he had a rough childhood growing up and just didn't know how to connect to me. You know, I think he just kept me at a distance because it was easier. But even though I should have made more of an attempt to reach out to him. Every time that we would have a family get-together, he and I would just talk about the weather, sports, the economy. And then we would say, you know, next time we'll talk about something a little bit more meaningful.
And then there wasn't a next time.
No. I got the phone call that my father was killed in a car accident. That was it.
I'm sorry.
You know, after that phone call, I just put the phone down, stared at the wall for hours, wishing that I had that next time. You know what, Serenity? At the end of the day, that's all you have. It's excuses and regrets.
One thing I just don't understand.
What's that?
What are you still holding on to?
What are you talking
This thing between you and your wife?
about? Oh, this thing. You mean my marriage? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Marriage is forever, remember? For better or for worse, till death do us part.
Yeah, maybe in some fairy tale or really bad chick flick. But welcome to the real world, Neo. Most marriages don't even last 5 years. And did you miss the fact that your wife left you and is seeing someone else? Last time I checked, you weren't suggesting an open marriage.
That's why I'm trying to win her back. You know, I thought you being a woman would see some logic in that, or perhaps just a little chivalry.
Chivalry? Chivalry is a steroid-induced excuse for men to impose their will over women.
Wow. Man-haters unite. What is with the estrogen rampage, Serenity?
What's with the hero complex, Sean? You men get so wrapped up in trying to win your princesses that you can't figure out how to treat your queens.
Is this some metaphor on society, or your subtle way of pointing out all of Sean's shortcomings?
Well, yes and yes. And I have to wonder, would your wife have wandered if she felt like the queen of your castle?
Is this supposed to be helpful in some sort of way?
I'm just trying to get you to look at things from a different perspective, okay? And not put all the blame on her for leaving you. Which brings me back to my original question. What are you still holding on to? She's told you that she's done and she's moved on.
I'm trying to win my wife back here, to show her that I love her, and to show her that we're destined to be together forever.
Oh, sound like a Disney movie.
This is a point where I'm going to start ignoring you.
And if she was really that important, why would you wait till you lost her to try to win her? Wouldn't it have just been easier to keep her while you had her?
Are you a counselor or something?
It's time for you to move on.
Something's wrong.
I'm serious, Sean. You need to start dating somebody else, get dumped by her, and then start dating somebody else, and then Jen will be the XX, and it won't hurt so much.
Let me think about it. No.
I'm serious. Sean, you just need to get back on the horse, I'm telling you.
Did you just refer to women as horses?
It's a metaphor, okay? You're not going to get anything accomplished by just sitting here wondering what could be.
I do know one thing. I'm going to stop hanging out with you.
You need to think about it.
I'm not going to think about it since it's never going to happen. Hey!
Hey, I'm glad I caught you. You got a second?
Sure, what's up?
Where have you been lately? I've been trying to get in touch with you, but you aren't returning my phone calls or emails.
I've just been busy, Travis. Just trying to get out of the house as much as possible, stay active, you know?
Well, I've got some good news for you.
Oh,
Church wants to set up a meeting. They're talking about reinstatement.
really?
Yeah, there's obviously a lot of issues we still need to work with, but they want to start the dialogue up and see what happens.
When is this?
Friday morning, 10 o'clock.
All right, yeah, I'll be there.
Besides that, how you doing?
All right, Travis. You know, kind of miss seeing you around, though.
I know. I've been just trying to let you work through all these issues.
It'd be a lot easier if I had my best friend with me, you know.
It's real difficult balancing this whole supporting you, condoning what's going on.
Travis, you make it sound like I'm some deranged addict or something.
No, it's nothing like that. One day, though, I hope you realize you're not the only one that's suffering through all this, buddy. Well, I'm gonna get going. So we'll see you Friday morning?
Yeah, I'll be there. Hey, you have a moment? I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
No, you're not. Come on in.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing? Have a seat. How are you doing? Everything good?
Yeah, really good, actually. You know, I just wanted to come by and talk to you for a moment, if that's okay.
Okay.
First of all, there are some things that I want to get off my chest, if you don't mind.
No?
You were right.
Oh, never thought I'd hear you say those words.
You deserve better out of our marriage than what I gave you. And you deserved a husband who loved you more than he loved himself. And I admit I completely took you for granted.
Thank you. Thank you for being so honest. I really appreciate that.
You know, it's no secret that I'm bad at reciprocating in relationships, and I know that you probably hate me.
I don't hate you. I love you, and I always will love you, but I'm just not in love with you. You know, I just want to make sure you're okay. Believe it or not, I did not set out to hurt you.
I mean, what's the deal with all the hostility, the separation, the new boyfriend?
Well, don't misunderstand me. I'm still angry with you. But I don't hate you. You know, it's just gonna take a while for us to undo this damage.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean, sorry, not like I forgot to take out the trash, but I'm genuinely sorry. You know, I'm sorry that I put you through all of this, and I'm sorry for every time that I made you cry.
That means a lot to me. It really does.
Well, I need to get going, so...
Okay. Take care, Sean. Goodbye, Sean.
So, Friday morning.
That's great, isn't it?
You know, I would think so, but I'm kind of feeling weird about it.
You're always feeling weird about everything.
Thanks, that's very helpful.
Well, no, that's not what I meant. I just mean that you're always overthinking everything. This is your job, your career. You need to get back in the saddle.
Yeah, but I don't know if this is still what I want to do with my life.
What else are you gonna do?
Nothing's changed with me. You know, I can't sit here today and tell you that I even believe in God right now. I mean, don't you think that's something that would be important if I'm going to be a pastor of a church?
You tell me, you're the church person.
Yeah, it's kind of important. I saw Jen today.
What do you mean, like you saw her at a store, on a dating website? What?
I went by the house.
Okay. And you call me a stalker? You do realize she's gonna put a restraining order out on you, right?
You know, I don't think she would do that.
Okay. Give me the details. Don't leave anything out.
I just went there to apologize for everything. Kind of bare my soul to her. I mean, not in some attempt to try to win her back, but just to kind of clear the air.
Not to try to win her back?
Not directly.
Mm-hmm. Kind of what I thought. Okay, continue.
I said what I had to say. She took it pretty well. I mean, there were tears and everything.
Seriously?
Yeah. She even gave me a hug before I left.
You need to be careful
Careful of what?
of reading into it more than it actually is.
I'm reading nothing into anything.
Sean, I see that look on your face. It's the look that a little boy gets when he gets his first Valentine's Day card. Just because she gave you a hug does not mean she wants to get back together.
I didn't say she did.
No, but you were thinking it. So, in light of this new development, what are you going to do?
You know, right now I just need to focus on Friday and let the chips fall where they may. Whatever happens after that, I don't know. We'll see.
You want to see if I still want to kill myself?
Some of us believe that your return to this ministry will carry negative memories that will be overly distracting. We still need to have the well-being of the church in mind.
Of course.
At this point, we're weighing all the information, and we would like to get some input from you. Like, where are you with your relationship with God? Do you think you're ready to come back to the church?
You know, honestly, I don't know. You know, it would be easy for me to sit here and tell you guys what you want to hear, but it wouldn't be honest. I can honestly say that I'm not going to consider hurting myself any longer. You know, I think most of that was just a cry for attention. And, you know, given that fact, you know, I don't even know if I actually want to come back.
What do you mean by that?
Exactly what I said, Travis. I don't know if I even want to come back.
It seems you've made a decision for us. Mary, we need to move ahead with the steering committee to find a new pastor.
Yes, Lord.
Sean, thank you for coming in today and for making this process a lot easier.
Sure. So I guess I'll just go get my things done. Thank you.
Did you get everything?
Yeah, I think I got everything, man.
I have to admit, I'm a little bit surprised. I really thought this is what you wanted.
You know, so did I. But you know, the more I thought about it, the more I realized that I'm just not in that place. And Travis, I don't know if I'll actually be in that place again. So in order to be fair to the church, I decided not to prolong the inevitable.
Well, I sure hope you know what you're doing.
So do I. You know, Travis, I just want to say I thank you for being a good friend, even when I wasn't.
Well, that's what real friends do. Friendship without expectations.
Did you get that from a fortune cookie?
Something like that.
Well, you crazy.
Well, don't be a stranger, okay?
Yeah, you too, man.
Oh, Sean, wait a moment, please. There's something I wanted to say before you go.
Don't you think you've said enough, Max?
Look, I'm not here to attack you. I just wanted to explain myself clearly. I know that you and I have never seen eye to eye, but I don't want you to think that this entire situation has been some sort of personal vendetta.
Okay, I'm listening.
Well, you'll have to admit that everything that's happened in your life has left you broken and ill-equipped to be a spokesman for God.
You know, I really can't argue with you about that. I know that I'm not the best representative of God right now. You know, technically, you're right. But did you do it for the right reasons? What was your motivation, Max?
To protect this church, to make sure it was safe.
Well, the only person that knows that is you. And God. You know, if God can speak through a bush and a donkey, Would it be inconceivable to think that he could use me in some form or fashion? Think about that, Max.
Hello? Hello? Yes, can I help you?
Who are you and what are you doing here?
Excuse me?
What are you doing in my husband's apartment?
Oh, you must be Jen. I should be home in just a minute.
Okay, one more time. Could you please tell me who you are?
Serenity?
Serenity. Cute.
Can I help you with something?
I came here to talk to my husband, but I guess things have changed, so it's all right.
I think you have the wrong idea here. We're just friends.
Friends? I've got a lot of friends, and none of them are in my house when I'm not there.
Really? Not even your boyfriend?
No, not even him.
Too bad. So, can I give Sean a message?
Yeah, make sure he gets this. You have no idea what kind of man he is.
Maybe not, but at least I haven't given up on him. Sean? Sean? Did you get my note? I made dinner. Want to help you celebrate getting your job back. Sean? 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 I hope you're decent. I'm coming in. Sean? Do you want to talk about it?
What do you think?
Kinda what I thought.
What's wrong with me?
Oh, I'm not even gonna go there.
I'm being serious. Do you think there's something wrong with me?
Well, I just found you in the shower with your clothes still on.
I mean, besides that. I think I'm a pretty nice guy. I treat people right. I do the right thing all the time. I mean, why is my world crumbling down around me?
Don't you think it's just life rather than some cosmic gotcha trying to get back at you?
Yeah, I should have known. Things looked like they were going to turn around. The rough edges were smoothing out. You know, I even believed Jen was getting her act together. Thought we were going to be getting back on the right track. Then boom, I walk in and there's my divorce papers. No, this is not the way that this story is supposed to end.
Well, how is it supposed to end then?
Not like this. Don't you think that I deserve a happy ending after everything that I've been through?
I don't know, Sean. I mean, sometimes life isn't fair, you know? Sometimes bad things happen to good people. So now what?
I don't know. You know, I've never had to go through anything like this before.
Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'll be okay. I don't have a choice. I'm a big boy. I'll get through it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get back to work, but I'll call you later. Make sure you're still doing okay.
Going back to work?
Yeah, I gotta do payroll.
Everyone leaves, you know. Everyone always leaves me.
Oh my gosh. Would you quit being so dramatic? It's not like I'm moving to Europe or something. I'm just going to work.
I don't mean you. I'm talking about Jen. I'm talking about my dad. I'm talking about my mom. I'm talking about Travis. That's everybody that's ever meant anything in my life. Everyone has walked out on me. That's just a fact of life for me.
Well, I'm not everyone, Sean.
That's what everyone says.
Mr. Pierce. He's conscious. Grab the stretcher.
Mr. Pierce, I'm Dr. Myers. Looks like you had a rough night.
Yeah, when am I going home?
We still have to wait for your test results to come back to make sure there's nothing dangerous in your system. For now, relax. Let us evaluate and make sure you're in a safe place.
My home is a safe place. I just want to go home.
We're working towards that same goal. Can you tell me what happened tonight?
Well, I guess I had a little bit too much to drink and things kind of got out of control.
And what about the Vicodin?
I had some back pain earlier in the day, so I took a Vicodin. Forgot about it before I started drinking.
Okay.
It's not that big of a deal.
Your friends think it was. They were concerned that you were sending them texts saying you're going to kill yourself?
Yeah, I wasn't serious about killing myself. I was just spouting off. It's been a rough couple of weeks.
Well, it doesn't seem like something you would just text off the cuff like that.
Might not have been the best idea.
Have you ever thought of suicide?
Look, doctor, it's about 2 in the morning. I'm starting to get hungover. I'm ready to go home.
Mr. Pierce, that is not going to happen tonight.
What's not going to happen?
Going home.
Am I under arrest? You can't just hold me here against my will.
Basically, you have two options. Based on what you've told me, I've deemed you a suicide risk. That being the case, you can either commit yourself to our hospital psychiatric ward voluntarily, or we can, for your own safety, restrain you and take you there involuntarily.
That doesn't seem like much of an option.
It isn't, but at least one way you don't have to be restrained. Look, I know it doesn't seem like it right now, but this is for your own good. To get some counseling and work through some of these issues you are having.
When people talk about hitting rock bottom, I surely hope this is what they're talking about. I know I'm tired of this roller coaster in my life. Now here I am spending a night in crazy jail, and I'm pretty sure that I'm not crazy. Hey, can you tell me who I need to talk to get out of here today?
Well, sir, I can check on that for you. Please take a seat. When the doctor comes in, I'll make sure he sees you.
What time is the doctor coming in?
Okay, sir, just calm down, please. No need to get agitated.
I'm being calm. I just asked what time the doctor's coming in.
Okay, just try and calm down and take a seat over there.
Look, Nurse Ratchet, this whole thing is a big misunderstanding. I shouldn't be here in the first place, okay? I'm ready to go home. I'm not crazy like everyone else here.
Okay, sir, we try not to use that word around here. Everyone here is in a different point of their therapy.
Can you tell me where my daughter is?
Your daughter?
I'm supposed to meet her at the train station.
Look, lady, I don't know where the train station is, but I'm sure Nurse Ratchet can tell you where it is.
Hello? What happened? Is Sean okay?
As far as I know. Jennifer served him divorce papers yesterday, and he basically went off the deep end. He was drinking and acting crazy and yelling at me, so I called 911, and I basically sat in my car till they came and they took him, but I don't know where.
When? When did this happen?
It was late last night. Look, Travis, I know that you never really approved of me. You've never approved of my friendship with Sean, but can you just do me one favor and give him this?
What's this?
Just some things that need to be said that I just couldn't say face to face.
You gonna be okay?
Eventually. Take care of our boy for me, will ya?
Yeah, I'll do it.
See.
Come in. Mr. Pierce, I'm Dr. Keltz.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Have a seat, please. Mr. Pierce, I see that you were admitted here under a suicide watch. Was it last night?
A couple of days ago, actually.
Let's see.
I was hoping that I would be able to go home today.
Well, Mr. Pierce, it's important to assess whether you're still going to be a danger to yourself or others.
You know, Doc, this is it's a misunderstanding. You know, I've had a rough couple of weeks, and when I came in, the doctor was asking me some stupid questions, and I lost my temper. I apologize for that.
Mr. Pierce, when even someone just hints that they're considering suicide, that concerns us. And we do feel as a hospital that it is our obligation to see that they get the treatment necessary.
As I sit here and watch the time pass by, and I can't help but think of you. The one in the mirror stares back at me, and I don't know exactly what I see. And I've been drowning in sin, Lord, I just can't win. I need you to set me free, 'cause the person I am is not who I want to be. Won't you break me and set my eyes on thee, Lord? Break me. It's just so quiet.
How long have you been here? Day 2 for me. I think this place is starting to mess with my head a little bit. No pun intended. It does make you wonder if the difference between being sane and insane is who's in the majority. Anyway, I think the more that you tell yourself that you're not crazy, the more you begin to realize that you might be crazy. Where did they draw the line between being crazy and not really crazy? You ever thought about that?
Excuse me. Can you tell me where the train station is? I'm supposed to meet my daughter there.
This isn't a train station, B.
No, my daughter's going to be waiting for me there.
Don't worry, she'll wait for you. She's not gonna leave, okay?
What's your name?
I'm Sean, remember me?
Yes, yes. And you need to wait until my daughter gets here. She's really nice and she's single. And you two would get along really, really well. And you're such a nice young man.
Thank you. I really wish that was true. You know, I wonder if she was part of God's original plan. Or was she part of his grand design? Now, I understand the whole concept of original sin, but it doesn't mean I need to understand why. You haven't heard a word I said, have you?
I'm an orange.
How can I argue with the logic like that?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, they let you pass the loony gates?
I told them I was here to see you, so they figured I belonged in here with you. Just let me on in. How you doing?
Okay, I guess. You know, not a lot to do but be alone with your thoughts. Oh, and I get to share a room with a guy I'm pretty sure he's crazy. But he probably thinks the same thing about me.
It never ceases to amaze me. How do you find humor in this darkest of places?
When every waking moment you sit here and question your sanity, you tend to find humor wherever you can, man.
Sean, I know things have been difficult between us lately. I never quite figured out how to balance being a friend, but not supporting what you were doing to yourself.
You know, Travis, I've had a lot of time to think. And think about things between you and I. And, you know, I blamed you for a lot of things that had nothing to do with you.
I was trying to figure out how your abandoning me was actually helping me. And honestly, I might not ever figure it out or understand it. And I came to the realization that I don't need to, and it really doesn't matter.
I'm not quite following you.
I can see how that could happen. You know, I just finally realized that I was looking at things in regards to me and how they affected me. And I neglected on how all of this stuff was affecting you. And for that, I'm terribly sorry.
Thanks, that really means a lot.
You know, I may not agree with you sometimes, but I respect you.
We're not gonna hug or anything, though, are we?
No, I think we've torn down enough emotional walls for today.
One more thing.
Enough emotional stretching, right?
This is for you.
A love letter.
It's not from me.
Who's it from?
Read it, you'll see.
I knew that if I tried to tell you everything that I needed to tell you in person, I would fall apart. I have to leave and go find myself. For the last few years, even before I met you, I have been on my own journey. I have been trying to figure out who I am and what I believe. As strange as it may sound, your loss of faith has led me to start questioning my own disbelief. Basically, I need to figure some things out, and I can't do that here. I had convinced myself that I didn't have any regrets, and that's just not true. I do have some regrets, and I need to go and fix them. There are a lot of things that I would like to say, but I think the best way to leave things is like this. You changed me, and forever altered the path of my life. The only thing that I ask is that you never come looking for me. This was just a stage in each of our lives that we needed each other, and that stage is over now. If you are willing to indulge me in one more request, please do this for me. Don't give up on God. Go back to where you first met him. He's waiting for you.
Where are you? Where are you? Don't tell me I've been through everything in my life. All the trials, all the tribulations, all the heartache, all the pain. And you're just gonna remain silent. I need you in my life right now, Lord. I need you. I need you. I need you. I'm not leaving this mountain without answers. I'm not leaving this mountain I'm not going anywhere. Where are you? Why did you leave? I need you. I have nothing else. I can't go on without you.
I would take no for an answer, just to know I heard you speak. And I'm wondering why I've never seen the signs they claim they see. A lot of special revelations meant for everybody but me. Maybe I don't truly know you, or maybe I just simply believe. 'Cause I can sniff, I can see, and I can count up pretty high. But these faculties aren't getting me any closer to the sky. But my heart of faith keeps pounding, so I know I'm doing fine. Sometimes finding you is just like trying to smell the color night. Smell the color night. Now I've never felt the presence, but I know you're always near. And I've never heard the calling, but somehow you've led me right here. So I'm not looking for burning bushes or some divine graffiti to appear. I'm just begging you for your wisdom, and I believe you're putting some here. 'Cause I can sniff, I can see, and I can count up pretty high. But these faculties aren't getting me any closer to the sky. But my heart of faith keeps pounding, so I know I'm doing fine. But sometimes finding you is just like trying to smell the color night. Smell the color night. 'Cause I can sniff, I can see, and I can count up pretty high. But these faculties aren't getting me any closer to the sky. But my heart of faith keeps pounding, so I know I'm doing fine. But sometimes finding you is just like trying to smell the color night. Smell the color night.
I knew right away what I had to do. I need to be on my own, or at least just me and God. I need to get back to being the person that I was created to be and stop trying to be something that I'm not. It might seem like I'm running away from my problems, but that's not it. It might also seem like I'm going to find serenity, but that's definitely not going to happen. She was right, that we found each other at the right point in our lives, that we really needed each other. My hope is that she finds what she's looking for, and in the end, that leads to Christ. I need a fresh start. It's going to take some time to fix the damage between Travis and I, but we're well on our way. I realize what a true friend is, and I never want to jeopardize that again. I'm scared and yet excited at the same time. It's been a very long time since I've felt this free and at peace. You know, I think the one thing that I learned is the difference between religion and a relationship. As strange as it may sound, having a relationship is a lot harder than following a religion. With the religion, there are rules that one must follow, or else. But at least there are guidelines, and you follow them, and you move on with your life. A relationship is so much harder. You've always got to work at it, staying in touch and considering how your actions impact the other person. And when I realized that, a light bulb came on. God doesn't want to orchestrate our lives because He is almighty, and this is the way we have to live. Just like a father, He has the wisdom to know what's best for us, and He doesn't want to see us go through any unnecessary pain. He's a dad who just wants the best for his children. I missed the chance to have a relationship with my dad, but I have another chance with my other dad, the creator of the universe. And after that, I realized that I can live my life with no regrets.